I'm excited today. If your search has been for houses for sale in the Dilworth neighborhood of Charlotte, NC, you're going to love this video. You know, my job at Prosted Realty as a real estate agent, got a team of buyer agents. We also can help you list and sell your house and move up to a house like this in the greater Charlotte area, is discovering new construction gems. And when I look for homes for sale in the Dilworth neighborhood of Charlotte, North Carolina, and I find a beauty like this is vintage. It's priced just under 1.85. It's actually 1.849 million. It's new construction, never been lived in. So let's go through it. Number one, first of all, look at the porch. Who doesn't love a front porch? That's a crime deterrent right there, seeing folks sitting out on the front porch. Then you've got this side entry with this cool pergola. But this is what really blew my mind today. We're going to go through all the pictures, but I would call that a sleeping porch. Now, if you remember the old Sears and Roebuck catalog, they actually offered 100 years ago house kits. And actually in the Dilworth neighborhood, and stay till the end, I'm going to show you a map and share a little bit of history that's going to bring up the name Thomas Edison. So stick around for that. But the Sears kit house, they'd ship it to you, and then either you or would build it with friends, like a barn raising type weekend, or you'd hire a carpenter and tradespeople to put it together. And if I'm remembering right, there are a couple of these actual Sears homes nestled in Dilworth, because Dilworth is the perfect neighborhood for this type of house. And look at that. Can you imagine having a little bed up there, day bed, and catching a nap in the afternoon, or actually going out to sleep at night? How cool is that? Well, let's go through the pictures, guys, and just kind of take a peek. In fact, I'm going to start at the rear, because there's your garage. Notice the steel beams going across. And so this is just a classic house. New construction. The builder is Doug Amon. And there again is a little closer look. What a neat conversation piece to be able to have a couple of chairs out there, a couple of different places to sit and enjoy. And, you know, elements like this, right? That looks like copper. And when you call me, I'm going to connect you to one of my team members, and we're going to literally get some details as we represent you in the transaction. Shout out to Michael Baker, the listing agent at Corcoran HM Properties, who holds the listing. Thank you for letting us promote your listing. But you look at all the really intricate stuff. You know, I was a volunteer for a number of years at the Dilworth neighborhood tour. It's a volunteer effort where you get to tour like 5 or 10 homes in Dilworth. And how cool was that to be in some of those homes? So this is really the cool location. Stay for the map at the end. And yet you've got the modern fit and finish. So many homes in Dilworth have been redone, completely redecorated. But you know, when you have structural walls, load-bearing walls in a 100-year-old house, unless you do some like beams or some other major stuff, it's kind of difficult to make it into a modern type floor plan. But you can see how that just flows right from that front space into the kitchen. Look at those appliances, wine fridge, look at the colors, the floors. This is just gorgeous, guys. Big refrigerator, big appliances. And you know, homes don't usually come with a refrigerator, for instance, but here they've got it all built in, and they're showing it as that. And we'll get in on the details. There's where you're going to pay your bills, and while the spaghetti is simmering, a great little workspace. And if you've got somebody that's doing homework, that's a great place for that as well. Again, the transom window up, giving you plenty of light coming in. What I love is the old style design, yet with the modern fit and finish and architecture and stuff like that. I mean, you know, the original house 100 years ago wasn't built with that cool of a sink. The flooring, the trim. And guys, here's the way it works with me. If you've just found me through this video, if you've been doing search for homes for sale in Dilworth neighborhood, Charlotte, North Carolina, and you want me to go shoot an in-person full motion video tour of this house, I'd be happy to do that for you. We use video to get you, but we also use video to serve you in the process of a purchase transaction. Look at the wood, look at the trim, look at the handles, you know, on the let me go back on that one. Look at the handles, modern. The colors are modern. And this is the kind of a house that if you were an executive in, say, in uptown Charlotte, or maybe a physician or over at nearby Novant Health or Atrium, where do you see how close our largest healthcare system is to this house? This could be perfect for you. Ride your electric bike to work, right? So this is the primary bedroom on the main floor. You got a barn door, This is really full of conversation pieces, really. Shiplap on the wall. Wow. The light fixtures. This is really, really neat in your primary suite. And you got a lovely shower right there. And so your second floor, as you go up to the second floor, so that porch, most people are thinking that's the front porch. And this is the main level. No. Remember, this is the second floor. And you're going out to that gorgeous porch. I love that they've got these hardwoods all the way upstairs. I keep saying modern fit and finish, but I can't help myself. So here we've got a bathroom that serves 2 bedrooms. And then look at that, bonus room. Right? So again, if I was shooting this in person, I'd probably turn the camera around and say, here's my YouTube studio. But I love how they followed the roof lines for the architectural dimensions there. And we've got a double door going. Let's just keep examining this. Wow. I would love to go shoot a video for you. And if it's not this one, maybe there's something else, new construction. My team specializes in new construction, and we talk a lot in the suburbs. But Dilworth, wait till you see the map. So really you have a second floor primary suite. So is this the primary? We used to say owner suite, master suite. Primary is the accepted term now, but it's got 2 of those. So what if, for instance, you took a job in the greater Charlotte area, maybe at one of the big banks? We're the second largest banking center in the country behind New York. Or maybe you're an attorney or a physician, or like my wife was in anesthesia, worked at that hospital that I'll show you on the map, and you want to be close to work. This could be great, but hey, your mom or dad or both want to come with you, and you don't really feel good about leaving them in Chicagoland, so you bring them with you, and maybe the upstairs primary suite is yours, and the lower level one is theirs, mom and or dad. So we're talking multi-generational now. Here's the second floor. I mean, that ain't shabby, right? Beautiful. And you also have a scullery because the second story, oh, this is going to get good right here. So there's your kitchen. You got a place for, a little fridge underneath there. And there's your powder room, second level. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I've been talking about that little front sleeping porch. Wait a minute. This is a rooftop terrace? This has got to be in the rear. Yes, you need me to go shoot this for you. Think about, oh man, that is like party time. Party time. You wouldn't have to go down the street to Ed's Tavern to hit it. So you've got a rear lawn right there, plenty of space and some mature trees and landscaping. And then you've got a 2-car garage. Guys, you better call me. I'm tempted to go right now and have lunch over at JJ's Red Hots, the classic hot dog joint in Charlotte. Their homemade onion rings are crazy. I promise you a map and a little bit of history. So Dilworth. So Charlotte began, by the way, Freedom Park. That's where Jack the real estate dog was trained. And that's where Jude the Doodle Dude was trained, right there in Freedom Park. So what is Dilworth? Now, and that's called Latta Park. So here's what you need to know. That this was, first of all, we had Center City, Charlotte, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th wards, political wards. And as all of the power people like James Buchanan Duke, Buck, and the Springs, Leroy Springs of the world, the textile people with cotton fields and land. People that lived in Center City, you could go to historysouth.org and read Dr. Tom Hanchett's accounts of many of these. But literally, the first suburb of Charlotte from that Center City was Dilworth. And it was Edward Latta Dilworth, hence Latta Park, hence Dilworth, the name of the suburb. And what he did, and I'm going to show you this stuff, like what's nearby, but what he did was he bought a ton of land in, an outlying area, which is this area, and he built an electric trolley to go from Center City, Charlotte, out to Dilworth to show off his lots. You ever been into a new home construction subdivision where the salespeople put you in a golf cart and they drive you out to the lots? Well, this is not what Edward Dilworth Latta did. He built an electric trolley to take you from Center City, and he started with the lots furthest away. And so there was a trolley right there. And this was like early 1900s. Guess who laid and was responsible for the electric behind the electric trolley, and who was a friend and was in his home? And by the way, Edward Dilworth Latta's home was right here on the spot where the big Greek church is. And he lived right here. And guess who was in his home? Guess who did the electric work behind the new trolley? Does the name Thomas Alva Edison ring a bell? This is some great history, guys. And so that's it. No need to improvise on that. So now you've got South Boulevard right here. South Boulevard is a great major artery that goes into town, hence the name South End. Great neighborhood. There's the pink building right there. A lot of office space. This is a very hip neighborhood, and it goes down further south into Loso, Lower South End, which is where Rally Pickleball and a lot of breweries are, OMB. But think about living right here. No, right there. Think about living right there, and you could ride your bike to Lowe's or walk the dog to Lowe's Home Improvement. I took Jude, the golden doodle dude, walked into a hardware store yesterday. You've got a Publix here where shopping is a pleasure. You've got our major grocery store chain owned by Kroger, which is Harris Teeter, commonly called HT. East Boulevard, so you've got the paper skyscraper down here. There's where JJ's Red Hots is. And you're close to Ed's Tavern. They got a big outdoor deck. I mean, and here's that Atrium Health. And this is the largest employer really in Charlotte last time I looked. And they've got a heart center there. They've got Children's Center, the Cancer Institute, and so much to love about this spot. And not far away is the Novant. So guys, live, work, play, enjoy your life here in Dilworth, and let me help you with this house. Here's the way it works. You call me, 704. I'll give you the phone number if you write it down, 704. In fact, it should be right on the screen down there, 345-3400. See if I answer the phone. And guess what? You could say, hey, can you go shoot that house on Euclid? Or maybe you say, I've been seeing this house on Zillow or that house. What I'll do is then I'll have one of my team members call you back. I'm going to probably head out the door and go shoot what you want me to shoot, because that's how I'm going to help you in the purchase process. If it's new construction like this, I should be able to get in to do a full motion video tour. Either way, my team members can do a FaceTime with you, and we'll work it out. And you just need to give me a call, 704-345-3400. Never call the listing agent, never fill out a form online for any builder, because that listing agent has the best interest of the seller at heart. Man, if you've been with me 13 minutes, you must really love me, and or you love some history. 704-345-3400, and I'll see you in the next video.